coming up here, and looks like that is going to be the only one. It goes to the London Knights. And Sudbury with a chance on the power play. 0 for 8 with the man advantage. That is number 12 for the London Knights in the penalty box, Chris Taylor. And he goes off for slashing.
Not the kind of penalty you want to take with 6:50 left. And after the whistle, foul. Wayne Maxter can't be happy at all about that. The pressure's going to be on Tanner again to try and keep his team from giving up a goal.
Chris Taylor, 2 minutes on sportsmanlike conduct.
And DePietro, I'm sure feeling lots of pressure, but he's responded late in games so many times. He's a fourth-year player in this league. The Leaf fans are coming out of the closet. You can watch the Leafs on TSN tomorrow against the Vancouver Canucks as they wrap up a road trip. They're 1 for 1 on it so far. Got blown out in Calgary. Picked up a big win in Edmonton. What do you think will happen tomorrow?
Well, it's hard to, tough team to predict. 12-2 one night, and they come back and win a big one against Edmonton the next night.
3-0, London leading the Sudbury Wolves, and perhaps one last gasp for Sudbury to get back in this one. As they go to work in the power play, they are 0 for 8 with the man advantage tonight. They've given up a shorthanded goal, and that, in a nutshell, pretty much boils it down.
Maxter's team's done a great job of killing penalties tonight, and they use that rotating press that I was talking about earlier, and it's a very aggressive play where the first man on the puck will go, even if he has to go out of position, he'll chase after it, and another guy will come in behind him and fill in, and the entire group of 4 will continue rotating around. And so far, Ken McKenzie's team has been unable to solve that. They have not been able to spring DePietro, the big man on the power play.
1:49 to go on the power play for Sudbury. Lots of time. That's Darcy Cahill, another one of Sudbury's big guns. He's hit a goal post tonight. But that's about all the Wolves have to show in the way of offense. Bartley up ahead. McVicker in over the blue line. Cahill, weak shot on goal, and Tanner, almost like an extra defenseman back there, handles the puck very well. McVicker, 1:25 to go on the power play. Cahill up at center. Bennett comes in. Paul DePietro coming through. Cahill was in front. McVicker shoots. Tanner the stop. And Martel gets it out. 1:05 to go on the power play for Sudbury. They trail 3-0. 5:55 to go, third period. DePietro. Off a skate, Bartley losing it. Here's Trevor Dam. He's got a breakaway. Dam in on goal. Shoots. Bartley with 45 seconds to go on the man advantage. Up to Paul DePietro. To Cahill. All the way across. Barry Young comes in. To McVicker. To DePietro. O'Donnell with a shot off the post. They're trying to make the perfect play.
You can't do it much better than that, but bad luck. Just terrible bad luck. Going off the goalpost. That's got to be the 3rd or 4th post they've hit in this game.
15 seconds left in the power play. 5 minutes to play in the 3rd period. London leading Sudbury 3-0. Chitteroni firing it in. 3 seconds left in the power play. And the Knights do it again. They kill off another Sudbury man advantage. Here's Young. Weak shot wide. Barry Young trying to get it around back of the net for Jason Young.
And here are tonight's lucky winners of the 50-50 draw.
He has to be just buoyant with his power play defense. The penalty killing's been great.
You know, he's a guy who has seen it all. As I said before, he coached the Detroit Red Wings. A great story about him. He coached the Detroit Red Wings. 1 year later, he was fired. He was coaching university hockey. He was at a game in Acadia. It was exactly 1 year to the night. He remembers a game in Detroit, 22,000 fans to see Wayne Gretzky at Joe Louis Arena. A year later, he's in Acadia with about 100 players. He's coaching St. Francis Xavier. He says the wind was whistling around his legs. There was nobody in the stands, and he says, talk about a come down.
Well, Sudbury trying to build a comeback in this game. Very Young up through center. A little bit of room, drops it back, and all the way back out to the neutral zone. And the fans, for the first time tonight, starting to boo the home team a little. Here comes Chitteroni. Centers it in front. O'Donnell shoots. Tanner way out of his net to challenge the shooter. Chitteroni back of the net. O'Donnell keeps it in. Sudbury keeping the pressure on. Puck up over the glass.
You know, Paul, John Tanner is very fortunate. There's been 3 or 4 occasions tonight. He's come out of the net, he's interfered, he's almost been like a basketball player, picking out there around the key. And a couple of occasions, I thought for sure the referee would give him a call, maybe on interference. With the score 3-0, only 4 minutes left, I think the best place, and who might have second guess, I guess, a guy who's right now looking like the first star of the game, but he's starting to take a lot of chances with the puck, and you don't want to get an opportunity to give the Wolves an opportunity to get back in the game.
Look how far out he's coming to challenge the shooter.
That's okay, that's great.
Maritime's well represented here tonight, both on the ice and in the crowd. Alistair Still, number 17, one of the Wolves' defensive players, can't even get anything going. Long shot from Sinishin in from center off the glass. 3:40 to go. O'Donnell up at center off of Chitteroni's skate. O'Donnell wrapped up by Sinishin. Martel, number 11 for London, just bouncing behind him. Offside.
This is the London Knights style of hockey right now. 3:22 left in the game, a 3-goal lead. They just want to get out there and shut them down.
3:22 to go, as you mentioned. Time ticking down. And Sudbury has been very tough to beat on home ice this season. This a real exception as opposed to the rule when you consider how well they played at home.
In fact, they're unbeaten in their last 11 home games, which is a franchise record. And right now stands a very good chance of coming to an end.
25-4 overall. 20 wins, 5 losses. .320 to go. 3-0 hockey game. London with a shorthanded goal and a couple of even strength goals. Chitteroni, number 15, in back of his own net. Some open ice. Chitteroni on the move. LaForge is trailing. Tries to do it himself. Here comes LaForge to Chitteroni. Shoots. Tanner the stop and bats the rebound over the glass.
Wolves are asking for a penalty, but in that case, it's a little different on a save than it is on a clearing attempt. Watch John Tanner stand up. That's the key. Stands up, stands his ground. Both goaltenders have done a lot of that tonight. Tanner's been an exceptional stand-up goaltender. I know everybody talks about the Quebec Nordiques goalie of the future is Stéphane Facette right now with Victoriaville Tigers, but there's a guy that is certainly proving he's going to get some consideration in net for Quebec.
Too bad he can't play defense as well. The Nordiques could use a bit of that.
And offense.
And a penalty coming up. It will be against the London Knights. Boy, they just keep setting them up. And the Wolves just keep being frustrated with the man advantage.
Paul Holden's going off for slashing. He can't believe the call. But at this point, with 2:46 left, I think Paul Holden can afford to laugh after all the power plays that the Sudbury Wolves have had tonight. The last thing in the world they should be worried about at this point is another Sudbury power play.
And actually it is Dave Anderson who is heading off for slashing. Holden was pleading his case rather, he was pleading the case well, but it was falling on deaf ears.
He thinks it's funny too.
2:46 to go. 3-0 is the score. London leading the Sudbury Wolves. Next week, 1 week from tonight, we will be in Kingston to watch the Kingston Frontenacs. Talk about another franchise that has been reborn. The Kingston Frontenacs will play the Ottawa 67s. And then to wrap up our CHL Sunday night coverage, we We will head and watch a little bit of Quebec League action. Get a look at Stéphane Bissette, the outstanding goalie. Puck cleared off the boards and out. Barkley. Sudbury in the man advantage. Young knocks it down. Gabardi out of his net. Long pass up ahead. Paul DiPietro. Up to Young. In over the blue line. Gets it through. Chitteroni in on goal. Shooter. Off the post. The rebound. DiPietro hit the